You'll be
Here we go for heat number
in
one.
the
25 laps for each heat. It's Eric Jones on the pole, but can he keep it? Five guys advance through each heat at the green flag
five
is up.
guys.
Five guys indeed. It's
Five guys.
Chastain out front, but Eric Jones immediately takes it back. Noah Gregson. Zane Smith all the way to the back. So we're up to 38, but it's Noah Gregson who takes the lead for lap number one. He's behind him for the final transfer spot. It's Chastain who has it right now. Ty Dillon and Cody Ware right behind him. As Eric
He's
Jones.
using, he's using the restart for last season's champion, I'm pretty sure, right? Unless I like delusional.
Zane Smith was the last season champion.
Yeah. Issues for last season's champion on the restart. 3 seconds back after one lap. We'll see if he can make that time up. I really don't think he can. He's so far back. As up front, it's kind of a pack race in the top 5 or 6. As another championship four driver, Cody, we're struggling. Not bringing the best of package this week. And Ty Dillon makes the overtake on Ross Chastain, who's seems to struggle a bit. But here comes the Legacy Motor Club guys, 1 and 3, looking to take the lead.
Trying to take it from Gregson, who has it. Has been controlling this race so far for this heat. Can he keep it? Got Jones, the pole setter, making the move down the inside. Letting the 43 to take the lead. Trying to start the season off strong. He's doing exactly that. It's behind him. Cody Ware taking P6, trying to have his turn to catch up to Ty Dillon and trying to advance to the clash.
Yeah, remember at the end of last season, Trackhouse, they really didn't have much speed. We entered this season maybe expecting they're developing for next season, but it doesn't seem like it right now. Chastain's really not had any pace today. He just keeps falling further on back. Seems like he's honestly the slowest car in the field right now.
We'll see what happens on the LCQ if that's where he ends up being. But right now, it will be Cody Ware, Chastain, Hosowa, and Zane Smith make it to the LCQ, fighting it out for the final 2 spots.
We have 4 playoff drivers from last season.
But Chastain wasn't a playoff driver.
Yeah, 3. And that's Chastain, who's terrible.
But yeah, Chastain, the defending clash winner, is now in P6. Cody Ware still gains on him as the top 5. It's hard to hold a bit of a gap. They are over a second ahead already.
Yeah. Zane Smith really, honestly, isn't getting much as I thought. He's lost about 1.6 seconds since that initial lap. It doesn't seem like he's going to get anywhere near this position. 1.6 seconds really isn't that much to lose. Like, if he did that, he probably would have been able to fight for a spot if he was up here. But, I mean, that happens sometimes. He's have issues, nothing he can really do. And he's going to have speed in the LCQ, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to make the race.
No, he's already locked in anyway. Cause
He's locked in, I forgot. It's a stupid rule.
As Allmendinger is going to take the race lead.
And they're splitting up into packs.
Well, not really.
Well, you got a pack of 2 up front, then you got the pack of 3, and then you got another pack.
I don't know about a pack back there.
It's a packish.
As these guys battling might help Chastain, who is actually gaining on these guys.
Correct. Remember, he was dominating earlier on. Seems like he might have a short run car. I see only 16 laps in, already falling off heavy. This could be really good for Chastain.
He's got on board with the 1, trying to gain on that 4. The final transfer spot. He's trying to gain on the 10. As Chastain is 8 tenths behind that number 4 as it stands right now. But the defending clash winner, as it sits right now, will be out of the clash. I'll have to go to the LCQ. He's now 9 tenths behind Gregson.
It's going to be close. He has 7 laps. I mean, he has 8 laps now to make it up, so definitely not insurmountable, but how much faster?
He's 5 tenths now.
He cracked on a really bad turn 1 that lap. Lost multiple tenths. Chastain tries a wide entry approach, and it's going to work, and him a great exit, and he's going to be there along the inside. Have to back out, though. Still running that back bumper with 6 laps to go. Plenty of time to make the overtake. And you're going to have to run, but make a little mistake. The gap back to 4 tenths, and now we're going to need to gain some of that time back. He goes wide again on corner exit there. They turn 1 and 2, and Gregson's pulled away again.
As now Cody Ware has a chance to maybe take it from him. As now less than 5 to go, is Eric Jones, the pole sitter, still out front. Seems like he's going to try to start on pole here for the clash later today. Those positions with Ty Dillon and Niemancheck, that will be for It's 11, I think that is. Or
Yeah.
P9.
P9, yeah, P9.
As now it's 2 laps to go. See, Hocevar is actually very close to be last for a 25 lap
And
race. It's not bad.
Chastain's pretty close, I
Oh,
think. Yeah,
Chastain!
he's right there. He's made the overtake in one, and on the light, and on two to go, he made the overtake. Gregson makes it back. It's going to be a battle till the very end here with one of the best drivers after the playoff started last season versus last season Clash winner. Use the bumper in turn one. Takes a wide approach to turn three. Gregson tries the dive. Gonna get close, but not be enough, and Chastain moves on.
Chastain proving why he won the Clash last season. Stealing it from Noah Gregson. And now Gregson has to move on to the LCQ. It's Jones who's going to start on pole. It's now for Clash 2. It's underway. It's Reddick on the pole. Let's see who's going to be able to advance. As it's green flag. For heat number 2, Gilliland immediately making a move down the inside on the 45. The 45 with a terrible restart. It's now out of the top 5. P7 now.
Yeah, going wide in turn one going wide at any of these corners in this restart can really cost you. We saw he just went from first to seventh in one corner though, sticks to the inside the next two corners back to third. So on this restart, it's very much about sticking that inside and being consistent. One mistake could cost you tons of positions early on here when everyone's so close together. As the whole top 8 within 7/10 of each other. You see Hendricks already in the back, and they're not really improving too much. Currently in 6th and 7th. But Gillen holds on to the lead as McDowell, his teammate, got eliminated. He had no pace. He was like 10 seconds off. In Heat 1, now McDowell at least getting at one spot car, and it looks like for now, as he takes P3, and there's a battle for position for the transfer spot between Bowman and Reddick.
Yeah, the pole sitter and the season 1 champion for this heat did not get a good start at all. Doesn't seem to have that much race pace. And now got the 200 guys on the back bumper. Kyle Larson, out of nowhere, takes that final transfer spot.
A good old bump and run by Kyle Larson.
As Kieslowski takes the fastest lap in the back. It's Bowman
Nice job.
He's going to get that spot back into P5. Seems like these 200 guys are going to duke it out with Tyler Reddick. Maybe even Stenhouse too, as Bowman drops down to P8. Reddick.
Oh, Reddick. That could be his chances. Done as he drops it dead last. Big mistake there in turn 3. Looks like he hit something there and lost probably about a second, maybe more. And now it's pretty far back, almost in a spot where Zane Smith was.
But now Kyle
But I
Larson
mean,
in the final spot is pulled away from Stenhouse over a second. I'm pretty sure that is now.
remember in Heat 1, we saw a front row guy dominate the early parts of the heat, and then he fell off all the way to second, third, fourth, fifth, and then eventually, with 2 laps to go, fell to 6th and lost the spot. Now on lap 10, is there pressure for the lead for McDowell? I would say so, as McDowell's closing the gap pretty quickly. He's still right there. And for the transfer spot, Larson and Blaney have made a few mistakes that allowed Bowman and Stenhouse to get closer.
Don't even
As
count
they go.
Kieslowski out of this as well. Kieslowski could steal one. He's close enough to steal one from P8.
Yeah, Reddick or a second back after from Keselowski, not really gaining much. Doesn't seem like has much pace alone.
As Stenhouse bumps Bowman out the way for P6.
That was mean.
Bowman fights it right back well. These two battling out for the not final transfer spot, but trying to get to Ryan Blaney. Bowman has to run. Well, Larson
Yeah, that's why.
anyway.
Yeah, that P6 spot really important. Makes sense why they're getting so aggressive. Because now we see Bowman with the run. That has put him in a spot where he can have a chance to make the race. And without that bump that he did in turn 1, he'd probably be nowhere near it. So, it shows P6 really is important. If you want to have a chance, you have to be aggressive for every position back here.
As Kieslowski behind that. This is also important for the LCQ as well, because the higher up you are, the better chance you will have of advancing through the LCQ. Which is why
Yeah, qualifying can be very important. I mean, as long as you get a good turn 1, that qualifying spot could be important. We saw Gillen took the lead lap 1, turn 1, and he has not looked back, unlike his teammate who fell back throughout the duel. It seems like Todd Gilliland must have changed something. F1 has a different setup or something, and he has more long run pace, but doesn't mean the lead is over. As here's McDowell for the lead. They're side by side. And even with this, it still seems like the short run pace is better for this number 34. And on this longer run, here comes the 71 on lap 19. Good defense by Gilliland. Very good at this track, it seems like, for this number 34.
But it's a very odd. Tyler Reddick goes very slow. He's now out of it. keeps it back going, so we're not going to get a caution. But he's very big mistake for the 45. But a very big shock for both the 71 and 34, because both last season and season 1, they weren't really short track guys. And they're
Yeah,
dominating
and
here in the heat 2.
another surprise because both their teammates in Duel 1 were not very good at all.
Yeah, with
So,
44 getting very far back, and both front row motorsports drivers being in the LCQ from heat 1. You see that Bowman's now gained on Blaney for the final spot. Could we see a kind of similar thing to heat number 1? Or will Blaney be able to hold on? 3 laps to go in heat number 2. What can Bowman try and do? Will he send it in turn 3 and 4? Blaney gets the better corner.
last time we saw Altuve go and overtake for the final transfer spot. Will Bowman repeat that?
Seems like Blaney's a bit too far ahead for that to happen though. Once he makes a huge mistake, which he does not. And it's the white flag. It's going to be Todd Gilliland more than likely going to win this. He gets the fastest lap that last time around. The 34 makes it look very easy in heat number 2. He's
Dominating and winning.
final
As
spot.
for the final spot,
Blaney.
Bowman got close, but not enough. Is Blaney going to hold on?
It's going to be Reddick. Last. Now it's the top 3 remain. It's Chase Elliott. He's going to get a pole for heat 3. Kyle Busch and his debut for Spire Motorsports. And got P2. Green flag is out, and Kyle Busch immediately taking advantage of that. He's got a point to prove. Chase Elliott with a bad restart though. Gets shuffled out for the 7 as William Byron down the inside for the race lead.
Yeah, not too silly of a silly season here. Didn't see many driver swaps, but one we did see here in the Cup Series was Kyle Busch moving to that number 7 machine.
How about
As
Elliott
Haley,
going up to P5 for that move?
yeah, a great corner there. Goes up to second. 3 for 1. Like I said, early in these heats, you can make a ton of positions, just one corner, and Kyle Busch going to do that again up to second now.
With his old teammate of Austin Dillon following through.
Right now, 5 Chevys in the top 5. As a driver, as a number swap for that number 97, we saw he got some momentum at the end of the season. Shane Van Gisbergen now, see if he can bring us that new number in the 97. As Logano, not a good restart. Unlike his teammate who made it in, he got a bad restart, and a bad restart could usually means you're doomed here at this track. Buescher, though, fighting through the chaos, is able to get up to P4 and puts Busch in the transfer as here comes Herbst to pass Busch. Busch goes out. Here comes Suarez now. Suarez gets blocked. As Byron running away with the lead, and everyone else, there's like 6 cars right on top of each other.
Yeah, huge battle here for second, which also will be the transfer spot. 2 people, I'm pretty sure, in this battle will be out. Right now, that's Suarez and Chase Elliott.
But it seems to be changing every corner.
I know.
As there goes
And Buescher.
Dylan. Oh, and Buescher! Chris
SVG
Buescher
gets
hits
involved. And Logano
big
is back in
contact
it.
there.
That puts Logano
And
back in it.
that is huge. As Buescher from I think P3 there hit something big contact with a lot of guys in the group that hurt Dylan, hurt Elliott, hurt Suarez. That's put SVG and Logano back in a chance to make it in. As this transfer spot of Chase Elliott now is not far behind, and Kyle Busch in his new ride looking to secure a spot on the Clash.
And Riley Herbst, who was very fast at the Clash last season, looking to get back in for the second Clash in a row.
Oh, Elliott, big mistake now. 5th through 9th, all in a blanket.
For the final spot as well.
Yeah, Buescher trying to defend his position.
Suarez can't make a dive. SVG trying to steal one. Here he comes down the inside.
Van Gisbergen, he was really bad for the first half of last season. He lost his rookie season, though, so we kind of expected that. And then throughout the season, he definitely improved as towards the playoffs. He was one of the better non-playoff drivers. And see if he can bring some of those improvements that he got from last season up into this season. As
thought about it,
blocking.
make it. As Kyle Busch is also gaining for the race lead right now, and William Byron.
Yeah, could Kyle Busch go for the lead? We saw McDowell go for it. Wasn't able to be successful. Can the newcomer at Spire make something happen?
As Elliott with a great corner tried to make something happen on SVG, wasn't able to do it. And now here comes SVG's teammate Suarez taking P6. And Buescher trying to now take P6 away, but these guys battling, allowing SVG to pull away. Exactly what that 97 wants to see.
as Herbst and Dillon battle for third. Up ahead. That battling could allow SVG and even some other guys to get in the mix for third.
As Bush is now pulled away from this pack. Never mind. As Logano tries to make a dive down the inside.
And SVG's run away with fifth. It looked like SVG and Logano were out of it early in this race. I mean, we saw what happened with Reddick. We saw what happened with Zane Smith. And it seems like if you fall far back on the restart, like Logano did, you're basically out of it. But after the contact and how close this duel's been, look. Oh, an SVG, big mistake. Collects almost everyone else. Just as I was saying, Logano could be back in it. Looks like Logano basically locked it up as SVG. Big mistake. And includes the rest of the field. 3 other cars, his teammates, Suarez, Elliott, and Bush are all included. And Logano's run away with the final transfer spot. Suarez only a few laps to chase him down. And not much faster, I don't think.
Yeah, 1.2 seconds back. It's going to be a very tall ask for him to do, especially when these guys behind him trying to battle him. 3 wide at the moment. It's exactly what S22 wants to see. Still 3 wide as Suarez trying to make a dive. You remember, this will be important because this will be P3 for the LCQ, which only the top 2 in that LCQ will advance. So that will end up being very valuable compared to being either P9 or P5 or whatever it is. See, Logano is pulling even further away, almost entire 2 seconds out of these guys now. But up front, William Byron under threat from Kyle Busch, who takes the lead as he comes to the white flag.
In trying to do, like I said, what his teammate of McDowell couldn't. And it looks like he will, as on the white flag, out of 3 and 4, able to defend his position with the 2 to go overtake. Just like Chastain, Kyle Busch is going to win.
It's going to be Logano getting that final transfer spot. And that big mistake from SVG costed him, and he's now out.
Unlike real life, we really don't know what the potential of him is because we haven't seen him in the Busch Light series.
We did see him make a few starts, however, in Cup. Remember back in Bristol, dominated that race, and the final restart absolutely costed him, allowed Joey Logano to get that win that day. But Jesse Love, 1 stage 1, 1 stage 2, looks like he was going to get an easy win for him. Was not meant to be. Got a second for his second time. It's great.
Unlike the first 3 duels, the Fords look really good here today. Currently 1, 2, 4, 5.
Ryan Preece, like I said earlier, trying to become the first RFK guy to make it in. Austin Cindric and Josh Berry seems to be pulling away here for this duel.
Yeah, we already saw Blaney make it in. Logano, remember, he made it in P5 with that insane comeback after a terrible restart. And now the other 2, the other Penske guy leading his heat with his affiliate right behind. So,
how about Jesse Love making something happen?
Jesse Love, brand new driver, brand new sponsor of the NMCS, and doing great. I mean, again, we've seen him at a part-time start. He was great. Can he repeat that success at a full-time ride? Much more pressure on the young driver to do good. We saw what happened when you don't do good in the seat. We saw Kyle Busch. He left after that with probably a decision from RCR, but RCR with 2 great cars in Xfinity. Or not Xfinity, in Busch Light. Who knows? If one of them has a pop-off season and Jesse Love doesn't do good, he could be under a real threat, so a lot of pressure on the young driver.
Final transfer spot, Christopher Bell trying to make something happen on Cole Costa. Wasn't able to make that move stick in that corner.
And it looks like JG are not very fast. There's 2nd, 8th, and 9th.
For one, they all somehow qualified into Heat 4, and they just do not have the speed to keep up, except for Ty Gibbs, and maybe even Christopher Bell, who's trying to make something happen. Cole Costa can't do it right now, though.
Bell had a pretty good start. I think he does have some of the pace to keep up, but a few mistakes, and he's fallen back to 6th. We'll see if he can make up some of those spots again, as Jesse Love drops into 5th.
And yes, this may be the clash, but for the 20, this will be very crucial, because Christopher Bell, as for both seasons so far, had an absolutely terrible start to the season, including in the clash. Not come good. So if you can get a good clash result here, make it into the clash, then this will be a very good confidence boost heading into Daytona, and might actually get a good start to the season for once.
I mean, we've seen back-to-back seasons. He has been a round of 8 driver, but starts of the seasons have been tricky for him, and just, I think, building some of that confidence, that momentum up in the beginning of the season is what he needs to do correctly. And obviously making it in the clash, doing good in the clash, to be key to building some of that confidence.
Christopher Bell now under threat from Jesse Love, the rookie, trying to make something happen, trying to make a name for himself and make it into the big show. He's got Hamlin right behind him, the regular season champion from last season.
Who died in the round of 16.
Because of the
It's like
regular season championship curse, except for like season 1 with Zane Smith. As Cole Custer goes wide, allows both of them to get through.
And now Custer back in 6th. Custer was really not very good last season. Was even to pick up this team this season. Remember, who knows though what could happen? Oh, big bump there. Just love getting aggressive here in lap 16, trying to run away. Again, young driver, much more could be more aggressive and also more
Custer.
needing to prove his worth. So, as up front, there's a battle for the lead.
But this is more important, so I love it.
True. I'm just pointing it out.
Oh, okay. They're also not really side by side. These guys are literally side by side. Well, never mind.
True. Well,
What the
Custer
fuck happened to Briscoe? Why's Briscoe so far back? What happened?
Probably what happened to Reddick. Maybe it could be a Toyota issue of some sort, but now the second Toyota that is just following, like half a track behind. From a mistake of some sort as Barry takes the lead. Bell passes Jesse Love. Jesse Love, we saw already give a bump earlier. Maybe they don't want to get on too bad of terms.
Yeah, especially heading into the biggest race of the season. After the clash, with that being a Daytona 500, don't want to really make enemies already to start off his rookie campaign. So letting Christopher Bell go by, but that allows Cole Custer to maybe gain on him for the final spot in the clash. For the final spot in the entire heat, this will be for last place. Other than the final 3 spots in the LCQ.
4 laps to go, so now down to 3. Cole Custer definitely has a chance to make it in. Jesse Love and Bell both chance to get out.
Oh.
As Bell makes a mistake. No contact there. Jesse Love cleanly gets into P4. Puts Bell on the risk of getting out with 2 of his other teammates, but Custer bad corner with 2 laps to go. And Bell is back on Jesse Love. Not going to do anything too risky yet. There's a great exit by Custer, though. He's going to be close. Coming to the white. Can we see a last lap overtake? We saw 2 to go with Chastain. Can Cole Custer make a last lap overtake? He's going to be there off turn 2. Gonna have 1 corner to do it. What will he do? Dive it into 3. Pushed it too hard. Went wide. And Bell makes it in.
And all of RFK going to go to the LCQ, as well as Hamlin and Briscoe. Cole Custer goes to the LCQ. But there's a lot of speed in that 41 for what we've seen, so I won't be surprised if that 41 will be contending for that for those final 2 spots in that LCQ, but we're going to have to wait and find out as we get here we go on the LCQs. Gregson obviously getting that P6 in Heat 1. It's going to be P1 now for this LCQ. 2 people, well, the top 2 will advance from the heats immediately. Alex Bowman try to take it, but Gregson will lead the way.
Look at Suarez with the run down the inside for 3rd.
Suarez is going to get into the transfer spot with that move right there. But Gregson on the high side, how about that? Makes the move, maybe he'll take the lead. He will take the lead from that. Suarez second.
Yeah, I don't know what happened really at the end of his heat. Remember, he was dominating, ended up falling out. We saw they definitely have the speed to dominate. I thought maybe it was an FRM issue, but then, I mean, Zane Smith, he made his way up to P8 by the end of the duel, almost 7th, after falling like 4 seconds back instantly. And then also we saw what Todd Gilliland did, so I don't think it's a front row issue. I think
it's just a dirty issue for this team.
Yeah, it just seems like once he loses the lead, it's so hard for him to really do what he needs to do.
Right behind
because once you're in,
right there. Well, that transfer
makes
the move on the 99.
Yeah, Suarez goes wide. Keselowski, Reddick in a spot to make this happen. Zane Smith stuck in the mid pack right now, still with the fast lap, getting forced wide. I mean, look back there. P10 on back, it's absolute chaos. Everyone right next to each other still. Multiple positions changing a lap. As Busher running away after not good heats by the RFK guys. All inside the top 8 with a probably chance to make it in. But 2 Fords leading right now is Reddick in 3rd. Priest trying to take it away. Reddick holds on. And bumped out of the way is Priest by Suarez, who takes 4th.
As Reddick not really gaining any time, Suarez knows that if he wants to get through, he's going to have to make the overtake now, even though we've got 40 laps still remaining of this LCQ. Just doesn't want the risk of those 2 pulling away.
But a little mistake there. Great exit from it, though. And has a run now for P2. Interesting
In the
line.
lead.
We have not seen anyone take that line, and it seems like if you're able to do it like Suarez just did, that could be the fastest line on track. I mean, that was amazing. How much time he gained off the corner exit. Now Suarez now comfortably in P1.
That's got Gregson in P2. That eliminates Chris Buescher right now. As Hamlin trying to make it maybe 3 wide with Keselowski and Buescher for that P3 spot.
Zane
As
Smith stuck in the back still. So is Cody Bear and Hosevart. Seems like those guys that were really struggling in Heat 1 still struggling in the LCQ.
But yeah,
As
this 38 is still got to be locked into the main show. So let's see if we can do a Ryan Blaney from 2025 and actually somehow get P2 or even win.
yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard. It seems like, especially in traffic, it's really hard for these front row guys.
Mm-hmm.
For midfield, we've seen, or it could just be Zane Smith not very good at this track, but he has not been, I've been watching him all race, he has not been higher than 10th once yet. And he's just stuck in the mid pack in this chaotic battle, but as it gets more separate, Zane Smith, he's not gaining any time.
The funny
As
final transfer spot though is Chris Buescher, who's trying to get at Noah Gragson right now, but those top 3 pulled away from this big pack of guys behind. As Hocevar still, oh never mind, it's Cody Ware, he stops on the track, maybe? No, he's back going, never mind. As Gregson trying to make a dive for the race lead though, on Daniel Suarez, here he comes. It's gonna be the 4, he takes the race lead. As Cody Ware very slow. And we see that he would do that again, he actually might be lapped.
yeah, his shoes for that 51, I mean, struggled in his heat, struggling now, and doesn't seem like really anything he can do. That's one thing I'm surprised about is how bad Hosefar is. I mean, we saw it. Michael McDowell, he fought for the win. Kyle Busch, he got the win. But Hocevar, the highest in standings last season, where's he been? Honestly, off the pace all day, so.
Yeah, there's something definitely is wrong with that 77.
Yeah, they'll need to figure out what's up with their short track package for next flat track we come to, which will probably be Martinsville.
As we're close
Luckily,
to halfway done with the LCQ, Chris Buescher is gaining on Suarez though.
yeah, once the race gets more spread out, a little less interesting, but I mean, tons of cars, tons of battles still happening throughout the pack. As Suarez goes wide, we saw him board a great overtake, but Suarez used that crossover move he used to get up into a position and to get P1. Remember earlier, he used that to take P2 back. Was fake out that number 17 and hold on to the position as 7. But Chris Buescher still does seem pretty fast right now. RFK seems to have put on the Jets here. Their drivers.
Let's see what this number 17 is able to do. He obviously got 2 wins last season. It was a very, very successful season for that 17 after a awful season 1, where he was known for not winning races and bottling it. Finally was able to break that, and he's trying to get transferred over to the Clash. I don't think he made it last season to the Clash. If he did, he was very slow. Very quiet. RFK not really good in the Clash from what I've seen as well. But they're on Chris Buescher. I mean, not Chris Buescher, on Daniel Suarez. No, Gregson with a huge lead now, though. Over 2 seconds almost, but Chris Buescher's still right there. If these two start battling, don't count Keselowski or Cole Custer, as they could be in this. Is one. Here goes Buescher down the inside. He takes a spot. Gregson, not surprisingly, takes the fastest lap. These two fighting aggressively for that final spot to make the bigger show earlier today. No, not earlier, later today. I can't speak.
Looking through the field, Reddick back in 6th place. And honestly, pretty unexpected for the champion to be this slow, but up here we see a battle. P4 as, yeah, again, 2 RFK affiliates looking pretty good. Looking through the field, some other interesting things. HMS They were fast in the heats, not so fast in the LCQ. Like maybe the more drivers definitely hurting them at their 9th and 10th right now. And another thing, SVG slow again, just like he was in the heats back in 14th. So there's just some notable things happening. There's not really many battles on track. We see a battle up there, 4P4, which doesn't matter. They're both out of the race.
They're just doing it for fun at this point. But it's Colcuster, who he said to keep an eye on. To be fair, he's doing a pretty good job, but not good enough. Trying to gain on Suarez and Chris Buescher. He's doing that right now, but as I say, it's not enough. But almost 3 seconds is no Gregson out front, making this look easy.
I mean, yeah, we saw his teammate do it in the duel. Now we see him doing it here in the main end. Maybe Zane Smith sandbagging a bit with his chase lock because front row, especially in clean air, seems to have unbelievable pace today.
But the thing is, because this is a short track, clean air will be very quickly wiped away from you because of the lap traffic that will appear. But Cody Ware's now actually caught up to the guys behind.
Yeah, in a 50-lap race with only 16-ish cars, it's not going to be too bad, but the main going to have 7 more than this. Going to be plenty more laps. And
What
lap
about
traffic, I
Buescher?
think...
Buescher's gaining a lot of time with Gregson right now.
I think lap traffic definitely be a struggle for that number 4. And these longer runs just seem like in general. You saw it in his heat, he lost tons of time from that. Like the longer runs and the lap traffic, definitely be a struggle for these front row guys. We'll see what they do in the main.
As Cody Ware goes 1 lap down, so what happened to the 51?
Nice. 15 seconds back.
Random Kozlowski, Buescher's still going at it again. This guy's giving us some entertainment for something that doesn't even matter right now.
It's good old entertainment battling. Actually, a little
Down the
bump
inside goes Kozlowski. Gets the spot from Cole Custer. That's less than 10 laps to go. Cody Ware, I don't know why he's trying to bump Chris Buescher out the way or make a move on him when he's a lap down, but there he goes.
Nice.
This could potentially help out Daniel Suarez to get that final spot from Chris Buescher. He's 1.9 seconds back from Gregson, who has got basically nothing but clean air in front of him until he gets to Ryan Preece, which that is probably not going to happen.
Oh, I think I know how Gregson lost so much.
How?
He probably collided with Cody Ware, who was going slow.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because he lost like a second and a half in 1 lap.
Yeah, that makes sense. But Buescher definitely is faster than his 4 right now. But I think that's too little too late, as with 4 laps to go this time by.
I mean, I would say right now it seems like they're about equal. He's been about 1.6 to 1.9 back for like this entire like 15 lap stint. But I'm sure Cody Ware being in the way definitely not helping the 17. With 4 laps to go. We do a quick look through the field. But it is Noah Gragson who is the class of the field today. He's been leading for a good minute and didn't really have any competition after like lap 15. It just seemed like easily cruising away. It didn't seem like anything anyone could do for him. But as we come to 2 to go, Suarez is getting close. Will there be a chance for him to make the overtake? We saw what amazing things he did to get the lead earlier in this race on the white flag. Now he has to do something like that again.
In the
He holds safe inside through 1. Gonna have 1 final shot to do it. Suarez goes or it's barely not enough. Just like we've seen a few times again and again on the white flag, not enough. It's been the motto all day. As Gragson wins, Zane Smith definitely seems like he has some pace once he gets more spread out. Look at it, finishing P8 after a terrible start.